Well, you just joined.
We're live.
Oh, it's flashing.
Are we live? It's not. It hasn't shown on mine yet, but anyway.
Live.
We're
Wait,
live.
no, it's live.
It's live.
Yeah, we
All
are.
right,
Hello?
everybody, welcome to Week 6 podcast.
After Dark.
Sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties, and our usual leader Jackson is literally sleeping through the job right now.
He's past his bedtime.
It's way past his bedtime.
So,
So what we are going to do this week, we're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to review last week's games, and then say a little bit about each. Then we will go through these games coming up this week, give our takes on them, and if anybody has anything extra, we'll go from there. So let's start it off. Last week, the game of the week. Don't Come On My Base versus June Slayers. DCOM won 2-1 in the tightest game we've played this season. It was a good game all around. June Slayers brought out all their good players. They played a great game. But yours truly had the 2 RBIs that put us over top. So what you got on this, Nick?
What'd you say?
I said, what you got on this, Nick?
Well, considering I wasn't there, I really don't have much on that game. I'd like to comment on other games later on, but I think it's good that the team squeaked out a close one, and I heard, from what I heard, I can comment on kind of what I heard about that game is that June Slayers brought everybody they could to try to win $100 bounty on Don't Come On My Base, and still could not even pull out a victory. Even though Don't Come On Base didn't have all their players, still couldn't pull out the win. I heard there was a couple close plays here and there, but you know what? We're still victorious and undefeated. So
I will say June Slayers said that they still did not have their full lineup. They were missing a few key people also, but I think I saw Steven out there for the first time and a couple other people. So they brought their A game, and hats off to them. They played great. Ken?
Well, I think their team name is the June Slayers, so I have a feeling that there is one team that they're going to try to beat and bring all their best players, and that will probably be this week. But obviously we knew it would be a good game. If those guys played to their potential, we knew that they'd be a force to be reckoned with, and obviously they showed that last week.
also, it's never a dull moment when June Slayers plays Black to the Future, because we all know Saw is notorious for some type of special, something special against June. So if anybody's
We'll get to that later in the podcast.
okay, cool.
Justin, what you got on this? You're the one that put the $100 bounty out.
I think it was a good game. I think Don't Come On My Base has had kind of like a very easy schedule, like one of the easier schedules in the league. And if I agree, right, I think they played on. Did they play on Field A?
We play on Field A every game at 8
Played
p.m.
all their games on relatively the best field. They've played all rookie teams, so now they're actually finally getting some competition, and you start to see the wheels coming off.
Wait, wheels come off? What about when we beat past our bedtime 10-0 last week?
Well,
Or when we beat
are they one of the
10-0
top teams?
tomorrow?
Are they a top team? No. I don't
They're
think
actually number 2,
I
aren't
don't
they?
think they're one of the top teams, but
Past our bedtime? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. They're only number 2 in the standings.
come on now. Let's be real.
Haley, what you got on this game?
Did you say Haley?
Yes.
But first, I want to introduce Heather and Zach. Alcoholics. They're welcoming tonight, and Dan's over there doing homework. But I thought that the game was really good. We kicked their ass.
Hot
And
take.
we started off down a player.
Hot take.
What?
All right, next game. Reynolds Rebels versus Pitch Please. Reynolds Rebels won 14-1, and what I got from their players was, as soon as Ryan's gone, we kick away and we win. What you got on that, Haley?
Yeah, Ryan definitely teaches everybody bunt, 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 but that doesn't always work. It kind of throws people off when you decide to kick big, and that team probably threw the other team off and just decided to go all out. And Ryan was
Put
gone.
a heart attack somewhere right now.
Who you, Ryan?
What you got on your boy, Justin?
Listen, I wouldn't put all the blame or outcome of the game on Rai. I think you got to play to your strengths. I know we had Alex, and I think Vivi on our team helped sub with Ryan Rebels, and they said the team was like really good. They just needed to, like Haley said, kick away and kind of switch things up, and it worked out well with them with a 14-1 win over Pitch Please.
Ken?
I mean, yeah, you can get lucky sometimes booting away, but in the long run, you got to play bunt, bunt, kick. I mean, that's what June and I always tell our team, and of course they yell at June and I because they want to kick away every time. But yeah, I mean, I can understand. I've talked to Ryan. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy, but you got Justin in there. You got some good subs, and they came up with a big win.
What about you, Nick?
I'm just mad that they're not calling them Ryan's Reynolds anymore. So other than that, I have
Ryan Reynolds does not play on their team.
I don't know. I wasn't there for the game, so whatever.
All right. Just another game. Just Kicking It versus Axon Kicks. Just Kicking It got their first victory, 13-3. Now, some people in the league are saying, they had some help from some subs, but it's still a rookie team learning the rules. And 13-3 against Axon Kicks, who we thought was, the big up and comer. They've now lost like 3 or 4 in a row. So, anyone got a take on this? Justin, why are you laughing? Go with you.
Because I helped out with that team, and I did very well. I was very impressive. We also had a sub from past our bedtime, which helped out a lot. And I think, is that the team Robbie's the captain of, Andy?
Yes.
Robbie is a phenomenal captain, and that team, a lot of them play in Huntington, and they wanted to keep playing, and now they're down in Irvine, and hopefully they're getting their swing back, and they can make some stuff happen out of the rookie teams.
Nick, Haley, Ken, anybody?
I mean, this team, they're not new.
No, no, they are. They're just under almost the same name as another team that left this season. So yes, they're new.
Last season.
Well, I think it's a turning point of the season where some of these new teams are now probably starting to get it and putting together some solid offense and defense and picking up from probably some of these veteran guys, especially if they did have some players that came in and played with them to sub in. Now they'll start to get the hang of it.
Ken, you got anything?
Is that June's second team? Axon Kicks?
Yes, it is.
It's a little disappointing that they're not playing better. I know that they have a big game tomorrow that they think they can win, and I'm sure they'll have a better showing hopefully tomorrow.
All right, we're gonna do a double header game here. Cario Kickers versus Rally Monkeys. They won 8-7. And then Cario, actually, they surprised. Don't come on my base. They lost 5-0, but it's another one of those new teams that they don't go play conventional ball, so they're kicking away every time and keeping our outfield on its toes. Anybody?
Oh yeah, I remember that. They totally shocked us because they kept kicking it, and we were like way thrown off.
Oh, real quick, can we go back to the Don't Come On My Base versus June Slayers game? Bottom of the 6th inning, no outs. Pop fly gets kicked to second base right at Haley. Her eyes light up, and she almost has a heart attack thinking she's going to like scared to death. I just had to put that in.
That's because right before that, Julius yelled at me when I missed something. He would turn to throw to throw it at second, and I wasn't there, and he's like, Haley! He's like, you're supposed to be there. I was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like freaking out, and then that ball came right at my face.
Oh man, you just said it.
Like, if I don't freaking catch this ball, Julius is literally gonna kill me right now.
All right, sorry for that little sidetrack. Back to Karaoke Kickers. You know, they are the top rookie team right now, and they are the ones that I'm looking at to make the most noise.
Andy, what color are they?
They're orange.
Okay.
Yeah, they're actually a really good team. I think they got a lot of athletes on their team. They just need to learn proper kickball techniques, but they're going to be really good if they decide to stick with it and can make some things happen once it comes playoff time.
Yeah, I really hope so. You know, with these corporate teams, a lot of times it's one and done. But, you know, we got them out to the bar for the first time last week, along with Pitch Please and Just Kicking It. So, you know, hopefully they'll stick around. Hopefully they make a little run in the playoffs, and we'll get them back next season.
I actually reffed their first game, and they were down 7-0, and they came all the way back and won 8-7. It was pretty impressive.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That happened to my team last season. We were up at 7-0, started fucking around, and then tied.
How'd that happen?
Justin, what are you looking at?
Oh, Julius dropped the ball. All right, next we got Black to the Future versus Alcoholics.
That was a good game.
Can I start with that one really quick?
Nick, yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm going to take this Sports Center style real quick because I wasn't there. Obviously, but I did hear about it, so I'm going to kind of let you guys in on something here real quick. So bear with me. I have this teed up for you guys, little ESPN Sports Center style. You guys ready?
Yeah.
So next week we got we got two really good games. There's Don't Come On My Base versus the June Slayers, and also Alcoholics versus Back to the Future. So this is what I want to start off by doing. I want to start off with Justin and Ken. I want you guys each to tell me why your team's going to win this game. I'll start with you, Ken.
Here it comes.
We're more experienced. We're better. We know the rules. We're proven champions.
I'm sorry. I gotta check there for a second.
Ouch.
Say that for me one more time. What was that last one?
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
What?
Champions?
No. Before that.
Know the rules? As an experience.
No, before that.
Older?
Ken, this is what you said.
So I'm gonna leave it there because I could keep going on. I wish I could have played that one on a loop, you know. But you know, from what I hear, because I wasn't there, that this game ended in a tie, and it came down to another rule. So I don't know. I wasn't there. Can't blame it on me this time. I don't know what happened, but in defense, you know, to Ken, we did speak about this a little bit. You know, this one could have been interpreted both ways, so I think it always, and what we talked about before, rule number one, never leave the game in the ref's hands. But from what I heard, it was a great game. Came down to final play. You know, I said it before. These teams are very evenly matched. I'm super, super impressed, and I said it in the beginning of the season. Alcoholics, you know, I'm super impressed by the way that they play. You know, they can surprise any team in this league. You know, I'm pretty bummed I'm not going to be there this week, but you know, we'll get into that game later. But sorry, Ken.
I think I'm just the captain of the soul-crushing double play at the end of the game. It's happened to us 3 times. I think we're a little snake-bitten, but I don't want that to take away from the fact that it was a really great game. Zach right there jacked a 3-run homer off me. That still hasn't landed. They came all the way back. We were beating them 6-2. I thought it was over. They came all the way back, made it 6-5. Then the lights mysteriously stayed on an extra 20 minutes. We took the lead.
Light gate.
And then we, of course, tied on a soul-crushing double play. and things happen. But all in all, a really great game, and I enjoyed hanging out with everyone at the bar afterwards. And I have nothing but good things to say about the Alcoholics. They're really fun.
Justin?
It was like Ken said, it was a phenomenal game. I don't want to take away from anything that happened. It was honestly some of the poorest kickball we've played before. I know there was mistakes on both sides, but we definitely didn't play our A game, but we will take the mental victory knowing that we can play with some of the elite teams in the league. So it pretty much
Wait, are they at the top of the standings?
Yeah, they're third.
It's Black to the Future. You got to show some respect. They've won it before.
Okay.
I don't a couple teams get hot and win a couple games and they think they're like the best thing ever. That's not But
and a couple teams tie some games and think they're the best thing ever.
No. We were at practice today, Andy. So we know we still have a lot of work to do, but I think that was a great measuring point to see exactly where we are, and it got us ready for this game this week.
All right. Let's move on to this. We got to move through these pretty quick. Past Our Bedtime versus Balzania. Past Our Bedtime won 11 to 5.
Wait. Before we go to them, I came in at the very end of the game, and I'm friends with some of the people on the black team, and I heard that they all think that they got extremely cheated, and that they were supposed to win.
No, the rule.
We don't bring that up on Waka Associated Podcast. I'm sorry. Next.
I know. I just want to know because I don't think that they did. I thought it was fair. Yeah. Next. Past Our Bedtime versus Balzania. Past Our Bedtime won 11 to 5. I thought this was going to be, much more of a blowout, but POB probably just let off the brakes, or let off the gas, sorry. But I will say that Chris from Past Our Bedtime, who according to Nick is no Kobe, he did have probably the longest home run in CA Central history that game. It went from Field B and didn't land until it got to home plate of Field A. We had to stop our game. So he dethroned Ricky Crush Carroll. So anybody got anything on that? I didn't hear anything exciting otherwise.
No, I think it was going to be a slaughter.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to be a much bigger win for them, but they were coming off like a tough week the week before, so it's good to see that they're getting their stuff back together again.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Dirty Cleats versus Balls Deep.
That was the game of the week.
But both teams were looking for their first win. A lot of people predicted a tie, and Dirty Cleats pulled out the victory, 4-3.
I predicted Balls Deep to win that one, and they let me down this time.
Yeah. Gary somehow managed to get his team ready to go, and against his best efforts, trying to lose the game, they despite their captain, they pulled out a victory. So, Dirty Cleats, I've been saying Gary's my captain on my Friday night team. He's gets a little more if he gets a little organized, gets a lineup going, maybe and does a little planning ahead, they can make some moves maybe in the playoffs. Balls Deep, these guys, they practice. Their captain sends out practice emails every week. I think they practice on Sundays and sometimes show up to the Tuesday practices. Hopefully they get better. Hopefully they don't get discouraged, and we'll see them again next season. Anybody?
I'm not sure what happened in that game, but I know I talked to the outfielder. I think he plays center field for Balls Deep, and they were winning going into, I think, the last inning or the second to last inning, and he told me, "Don't worry about it, we got it." So I can't wait to connect with him on tomorrow and see what exactly transpired. But
Did he pull Justin and drop a ball in the outfield?
Ooh, that's what pulling a Justin is?
I thought that was fouling out.
All right, on to this week's games. This week's games at 8 o'clock. We've got our early game of the week, Alcoholics versus Don't Come On My Base. Ricky Crush Carroll predicting a 1-0 victory for Alcoholics. Thoughts?
Oh.
Great. I don't think it's that crazy because sometimes Don't Come On My Base doesn't score that many runs, so it's not like it's out of this world crazy. Obviously, Don't Come On My Base is favored, but you know, I like the confidence in the young Crush guy.
That's exactly what Past Our Bedtime said beforehand. They were saying that we didn't score runs. It's like flipping a switch.
Right.
Flip a switch.
I was actually going to ask, and this is a serious question because I'm not sure of all the past games, and Justin and all the other alcoholics that are there can answer this one. Defense-wise, what's the runs you guys generally give up per game? I mean, I know you guys score a lot of runs, but what's like defensively? What's the run wise?
Like 4?
3.5.
4.
They have a top 3 defense in the league.
We've only given up 12 points all season, and 7 of those points were in the tie to Black to the Future last week. So normally we give up around like 3.5 points.
Okay, so I think a 1-0 game in this situation is going to be a stretch. It will be a close game potentially, but you know both teams do have good offenses. They both do have good defenses. So if anything, maybe a 4-3 game somewhere around there. 4-2. But it just all comes down to who shows up and plays. Same thing as what Andy was saying. When we came and showed up for Past Our Bedtime, they said the same thing the week before, and they said we couldn't score, and you guys saw what happened there, 10-0. So anything can happen, but you guys definitely do have a really good team. I wish that I could be there. I wish you guys all the best of luck. I can't wait to see how this all turns out, and can't wait to pitch against you guys in the playoffs.
Dan?
I'm talking about this game, your game against the Alcoholics. I think it'll be a good test because the Alcoholics are an up-and-coming team. I mean, first season was their last season. They obviously tied us. Now they're going up against another veteran team of the league, or with a lot of veteran players at least, even though it's a newer team put together. So it'll be exciting. A lot of really good athletes. Some of the best athletes in the league are obviously in that game.
Justin, your take.
I think it's going to be a good game. Andy and I talked earlier today, and Andy was quoted as saying that Don't Come On My Base was going to win by 10. Yeah. So
What?
Him and I have a wager that I say they won't win by 10, and he took me up on that wager for $100. So
I did not.
So it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I'm sorry. What was that? Yeah, if you guys win by more than 10 or more, I owe you guys $100. And when you don't, Andy owes me $100. It's a gentleman's bet, so no hard feelings. But it's gonna be a very interesting game. I'm excited.
Haley and the Alcoholics.
I'm actually a little nervous because they're all my friends, and I feel like they want it.
Friends in kickball.
They want to beat me so bad that.
No, we just want to peg her so bad.
Hello.
Why are you not playing with the Alcoholics, Haley?
What?
Why are you not playing with the Alcoholics? Why are you playing with Don't Come On My Base?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you have Dan?
She likes to win.
Because I want to be on a winning team. I was recruited.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Aaron.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the real take. That's what her real take is. We're going to crush you.
Andy, that is in private messages that no one else is allowed to see. Now I'm gonna be deleted from the group text.
Already taken care of.
All right, let's move on.
But I was
What?
saying is, I feel like it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be really close because I know that. I mean, I want it so bad, but they want
so bad.
But we're gonna kill them.
Oh,
Alright.
we'll see. We'll see.
Now we're gonna get a fight.
All right, next game we got Past Our Bedtime versus Dirty Cleats. Once again, I think this is an absolute slaughter. I think Past Our Bedtime wins 16-1 and has fucking girls pitching by the second inning.
She gone. She gone.
Oh my God, Justin, remove me from the group text.
Can we focus here?
Past Our Bedtime. I think this is gonna be a good game actually. It depends on how Past Our Bedtime comes to play. I know their pitching has been a little bit shaky as of recent, from what I hear. So hopefully they can get a solid performance. I know the week before, supposedly it was their outfield that dropped a few balls, according to the podcast. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think Past Our Bedtime squeezes out a close one.
Squeezes out.
You think their pitcher sleeps through the game maybe? He misses a lot.
Perhaps.
Anybody else? Let's wrap it up. All right, next, Balzania versus Axon Kicks. This could be a good one. You know, Balzania, they have good pitching, and their kickers, they don't bunt. They like to kick away all the time. Axon Kicks is still, you know, the going by the Church of June. What are you doing, child? They're going bunt, kick, and everything. So I think it's, you know, Axon Kicks' defense versus Balzania's offense at this one.
Can you see?
I'm gonna go with Balzania. I think the wheels are coming off for June.
God damn it!
I think June's getting worn down. I know he plays in a few leagues.
Oh my God.
I played with him on Monday, and I think he like sprained his ankle or something. So without June's leadership, I see Balzania with the upset this week.
All right.
Next game.
Next game, we've got Just Kicking It. Oh, no, sorry. Balls Deep versus Pitch Please. Is this the game that Balls Deep is going to win?
I hope so for Gary.
No, wrong team.
Whoops.
Gary's Dirty Cleats.
Well, I was actually going to tell Balls Deep if are they playing at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
Never mind. I was going to ask to see if they needed a sub.
No, I got Pitch Please winning this. I think they're like right at 500. I do think Balls Deep is going to pick up a win eventually, but I don't think it's going to be this game with Pitch Please one game away from having a winning record. I think they come out strong and they take the win.
So probably their first win is first round against Alcoholics in the playoffs.
Well,
right.
no, if it's first round, they'd probably be playing you guys unless you guys have a bye or something like that.
One and two get buys.
Yeah, go figure.
Well, you got to make it there first.
Okay. Pitch Please. I still like their team. They got talent on that team. It just they're bipolar. I think two different squads show up each time.
And
I'm wearing pants.
oh my God.
Next
All right,
game.
let's not be idiots. All right, late games. the late game of the week, we got Black to the Future versus June Slayers. I'm taking June Slayers on this one.
Oh.
What's the reasoning? Give me your logic.
Well, let's actually hold on. Let me rephrase that. My original logic was June Slayers. They brought everybody out last week, for their big game against Don't Come on My Base. Played a great game. A bounce of the ball here, bounce of the ball there. It could have gone either way. I think they'll do the same for their nemesis June, who they're named after. But at the same time, I'm also hearing a couple key players for them might be missing. So it'll be interesting to see who can show up for them and, what weird formation Saw comes up with to face June. Next, somebody speak.
I'm gonna go with Black to the Future for the win. I think they're gonna. I think June's gonna beat the June Slayers. I know Ken hasn't lost and tied 2 games in a row since '91, so I don't think it's gonna happen here either. I know they're very hungry and upset with the outcome of last week's game, and I think they take their frustration out on the June Slayers. And I know June's gonna be ready to play. Heard he went on, his mind's right, he went on a little Tinder date with Lorden from Don't Come on My Base.
What?
So he's ready to play. So I got my money on Black to the Future, winning 5-1. I think it's going to be a blowout, kind of.
I think on this one, June always just comes out and tries to do whatever he can to win against Saw, because Saw never live it down. But Saw, same thing. He doesn't. Saw could care less if he gets any. Saw can care less if he wins any game throughout the whole season, as long as he beats Black and he beats June. So I think he puts whatever shenanigans he can together. I think he does whatever he. Lights will probably stay on for 2 hours late if they need to. Whatever ref will be paid off. Everything will be done so June Slayers wins this game. So I have to go with June Slayers on this one. I will promise to stay clear of reffing. Is this an 8 or 9 o'clock game?
It is 9 o'clock.
I will stay clear of reffing this game or being anywhere near it. I will probably be watching it with binoculars from the other side of the field just to make sure that I'm nowhere near involved in it. But it should be a pretty fun game to watch.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Obviously, we really want to win for June, and also for us. We could use a nice victory. I will say it would be great to beat them, because then their name would be ridiculous, almost as ridiculous as the name League Future Champs in our football league.
Hate you. Justin.
No,
Did you take on this?
I picked Black to the Future. I got them winning 5-1.
All right.
Yeah,
Haley,
for sure.
Haley, you and your Asian baby have anything to say to this?
I think Black to the Future will win, for sure. The June Slayers, surprisingly, they were good, but they weren't as amazing as I expected.
Yeah. All right.
Really good.
It'll be interesting. All right. Next game, Cario Kickers versus Reynolds Rebels. This is my rookie game of the week. We got the 2 top-tier teams. You got Cario Kickers who likes to kick away. 2 top-tier rookie teams, sorry. You got Cario Kickers who likes to kick away, and Reynolds Rebels who, if they listen to Ryan, they'll be bunting. If not, they'll kick away and see what worked for them last week. Who you got?
I got my money on Ryan's Rebels. I think, all jokes aside, I think Rai definitely helps their team. I think maybe doing a combination of kickball technique through bunts and also doing long balls like they were doing the week before. I think the combination of those two will really help them, and they'll stay the dominant rookie team.
I let me add something in right here. I know we talk about Ryan a lot because he's the veteran player that we know, but they're rookies. I mean, the guys on their team that I was talking to last week, I need them to come to the bar a little more so I get to know them. But they can kick, they can play. I think they, like you said, they get Ryan to teach them a little bit. They will be good to go, and hopefully they're another corporate team that comes back next season and brings some more talent in, and and shows us something. Ken, Nick, Haley.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that one.
I agree.
Rye's team's got it, dude.
All right. I'm still going with Karaoke Kickers on this one. All right, next up, Alcoholics versus Balzania 2. This is Alcoholics' second game of their doubleheader, and same with Balzania. So, both teams are going to be tired. Alcoholics will have the harder earlier game. So, what do you make of this one?
Alcoholics with the win. It's simple. I think after.
Does this come down to how many Waka crushes on each team?
No. This
Waka
is.
Crush 1975.
No, honestly, I think after the first game, we're gonna have something to prove. I think when we win, we're gonna want to prove that it wasn't just a fluke. So we're gonna come into this second game, notching up more points and pitching a shutout, hopefully.
Well, Justin's high right now, so let me help him out a little bit. They're going to come into this game pissed off as all hell because they just previously lost the game beforehand. So they're going to take out all their aggression and the little energy that they have left to put into Balzania. They definitely will win this game, probably by a good amount of points, maybe 16-0, because they're just going to be merciless, trying to keep their rankings up after the spanking that they get from Don't Come On the Base. But, I might be there to actually watch that one and come cheer you guys on. Crickets?
All right. Is that it? That all we got?
That's all I got.
All right, hold on one second. Sorry, people keep interrupting me, and I have to keep bringing up the schedule for the week. All right, and our last game of the night is Just Kicking It versus Rally Monkeys. Both, once again, Just Kicking It just got their first win last week. Rally Monkeys has a couple that they strung together. This one, I think, is a toss-up. Could go either way. Who you got?
I like the Rally Monkeys in this one. They had a really tough loss last week, but they showed a lot of skills. They have a lot of fast guys. Their pitcher, when he's on, has got a really mean pitch, a lot of movement, a lot of curve. I think they won't let last week's thing where they get up big and then, don't close out the game. I don't think that'll happen this time. I think they jump on them and just hold the lead, a big win. I think like 7-2.
I agree. Rally Monkeys wins this one.
I'm going to go with Just Kicking It. They had a great game last week. They lit up June for about 14 points. So I think they're learning how to play together as a team. They're learning what they can and can't do in order to win, and they got their first taste of victory, and I think they want to taste it again.
Good talk, Haley. All right. All right, that does it for the games coming up. Does anybody have anything else they want to say? I think power rankings wise for me, real quick, I think Don't Come On My Base is 1. I'm going to say June Slayers 2. And I'm knocking Black out and putting Past Our Bedtime as 3.
Ooh. I'm going to go Don't Come On My Base 1. Alcoholics, I think, has crept up and is now swept into number 2. Like I said the previous weeks, the standings are changing week to week because of the games that are coming up. So I think Alcoholics has come into number 2, and then I want to put Past Our Bedtimes at number 3 currently right now, tied with Black. I think both of them are equally at number 3, so I would give them a tie at 3.
Ken.
Go ahead, Ken.
I would go Don't Come On My Base 1, Black to the Future 2, even though we have lost to Past Our Bedtime. I feel like we're still working out some more kinks, but we've been a little bit unlucky. And then number 3, I would put Past Our Bedtime and Alcoholics tied.
Go, Justin.
I'm gonna go Don't Come On Our Base number 1. Obviously, they're the number 1 team. No one's beat them yet, and that's the team to beat. $100 bounty on their head. We'll see what happens. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Past Our Bedtime. They I think they only have the one loss to Don't Come On My Base, and even though it was a bad loss, I'm gonna let their record speak for them rather than one game. And they are a good team. And then 3, I'm gonna go with us. I feel like we're definitely a top tier team, and I think this week will help validate that spot in our rankings.
All right, Haley.
Oh, don't come on my base. Don't come on my base.
Number 1, I'm gonna say Balls Deep. Just kidding. No, I think that maybe I feel like Black to the Future is gonna do something different, like during the playoffs, and they might be tied with Don't Come On Our Base to number 1, and then definitely number 2, I would say Alcoholics, and then I feel like number 3, Past Our Bedtime, just so I can give Jackson some credit.
All right, all right. Anybody got anything else for today? I think we've run pretty long so far, so.
I think we made Jackson so mad from last week and not giving Past Our Bedtime credit that he just went into a coma and disappeared.
Anyone who watches this thing all the way to now, thank you. You're
the real MVP.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, guys, if for any of you new people listening, if you want to be on this, please reach out to myself or Jackson or Ken or Nick or Justin or Haley. We're all very approachable people. We would love some new people on here because, we do spend a lot of time talking about the veteran teams. It's because we've been playing for a couple seasons together. We know each other. We would love fresh takes for the newbie team. So please,
absolutely,
Balls Deep, Just Kicking It, Axon Kicks. Come on. We want you on here. Like I said, we're all very approachable. We'd love to have you on. You got something to say? Let's do it. I think that's all I got. Right?
We're more experienced. We're better. We know the rules. We're proven champions. I'm sorry. I gotta interject there for 1 second.
Cut him out.
Have a good week, guys. I'll see you guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Peace.